right, let's start this. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. RoseWardStampersDelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So normally I do my fun folds on Friday. Unfortunately, I had an issue with the wind yesterday and I didn't want to get cut off. So hopefully you can join me today. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook. Let's get going. So if you like that mug or other stamping apparel, just go to stampersdelightshop.com and check out our mugs and sweatshirts and t-shirts for stamping and paper crafting. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Denise and Hilda. Thank you for joining me. Also, my Fun Fold class for online for March is going to be with the A Little Latte Love. I keep calling it a Little Love Latte or whatever, but Latte Love, okay? It's early. What can I tell you? Good morning, Karen. So I thought I would hop on and do 2 fun folds with that suite today. The suite will be available March 5th for customers. Demonstrators can order that now as a pre-order. So let's get started. Yeah, it was snowing here this morning too, Denise. So here are some cards that you may have already seen that I did with this suite. I'm glad you caught me live too, Lucia. Or Lucia, I'm sorry. So there's one. Here's another one. You might have seen these on Facebook. I've already posted those. And then here is another one. So this suite it's so cool. And of course, my slogan, grab your coffee, grab your tea. As soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have it, right? So those are the cards that I already posted. Here are the dies and stamps. Let me just grab this. Come on. So here's the stamp set. And then here are the dies. The dies do coordinate with, with the designer series paper. Let me bring that in. This folder that you see, I get these from Stamp and Storage. The link will be below. I love these because it keeps all my papers, especially if there's scrap pieces, together. So, of course, you have this die right here that cuts out the top of the mug. And then you have the French press, the percolator, and all these other little pieces. But the paper is really, really nice. We've had other coffee sets, which I still have. And then these I fussy cut. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, definitely share my videos. So those are the designer series papers. And of course, you've got the swirl dots. So they look like little coffee swirls in there. And then the ribbon. The nice thing about this ribbon is you can actually rip it or cut it in half and make a smaller ribbon, which I believe was on this one. This one right here, if you look, I cut that. So it was a little bit smaller. So I will have on my newsletter later today the PDF for the card I'm going to show you, or cards. I'm going to actually do 2. So you have time to sign up for my newsletter, and that'll go out later today. Let's just put this back in here. Okay, so let's take the first one. And I'm going to take out these pieces. Because there's a lot of pieces, I did a lot of it ahead of time. So I got all these pieces. As you can see, I cut a lot of them out already. And these, of course, are from the detailed dies. Put that right there. Grab my notes here. And I've already cut this paper. So the paper is 4 1/4. Whoop, let's just make sure I have this right. Sorry. Designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 11 1/2. So, you know what? I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see better. There we go. You see my messy desk too. So the designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 11 1/2. So it's going to go this way. the base of the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Darcy and Mary Ellen. Thank you for joining me. So again, don't worry about the measurements. If you don't get them, they'll be on my blog and also my newsletter later today. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is, whoop, get that off there. This is 5 1/4 by 11 1/2. And I'm going to actually score this. I like this paper because it doesn't matter which way it goes. You see some hearts are going up, some are going down. I'm going to score this at 1 3/4. Get this all out of my way. Whoa! I just really messed that up, didn't I? I'm not used to being on Saturday mornings. Saturday mornings are my sleep morning. Let's just put that back. Come on. It does go back in here. There we go. I'm going to put it back in backwards. Oh my gosh. I'll get it. Give me a second. Always when I'm live, right? Okay, let's start this again. So this paper is going to be 1 3/4. And we're going to score that at 1 3/4. We're going to score it at 4 3/4. And then 7 3/4. I'm going to take this in my bone folder and I'm going to give it a good crisp burnishing. What I usually do is I take the paper that maybe I'm not as crazy about and I use that. And then this way. Okay. And this can go either way. So if you want that fold this way, then you would glue it down this way. But because this paper is so forgiving, you could do it this way if you wanted. So I'm going to do it this way. And the first thing I'm going to, it's still early, more coffee. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely more coffee. It's early and it's Saturday morning. But this is kind of cool because I don't get to do things on Saturday morning. And I know a lot of people work. So hopefully you're watching me live for the first time. Just pop in and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I want to make sure I cut that right. Yep. Okay. Let me just double check that. We got 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Perfect. I'm going to layer that right on there. I'm using crumb cake because to me it looks like coffee. And that is your fun fold. Look at that. What do you think? Okay, so we're going to decorate it now. So I brought in a piece of Calypso Coral, and this is actually done with, I don't know, I just thought it looked like coffee bubbles or something. This is the 3D embossing folders. Again, you can see I keep these in these plastic holders from Stamp and Storage. And this is the 3D embossing folder that I use. Hello, Carol from Australia. Hi, Tracy. And I've already done that. So this actually is going to go right here. And I didn't poke out those holes. Sometimes I don't poke out the holes, or I do 2 at a time. So let me show you. I rolled this through the die cutting machine and I got 2 of these. But you can see the first one has all the holes cut out and this one doesn't. But I like that sometimes because it gives it more of an embossed look. So let's just poke out a couple of extra holes here. There we go. This is going to layer right on top of here. So I'm going to go ahead with my Stampin' Seal and layer that down. Now you only want to do one side because remember, you're going to see that. I've already cut out my percolator. So these are the pieces for that. And this one here, and the top. This one had me a little confused. I was like, okay, well, how does this go? How does it go, right? So it goes like this. see, I forgot already. Did I cut that out? I don't think I want this the other way, maybe. Let's see. It can be a little confusing. There we go. Okay. For some reason, my little percolator's not working. Always when I'm live. That's because this is the handle. Duh. So that's the handle. Oh my gosh. Are you with me still? Yes, let me have another sip of my coffee. Oh, thank you for sharing. Okay, so yeah, this one got me a little confused. The longer end goes here. And I'm just going to put a little glue here. Now, this little glue thing that I got is from my sweet petunia. And I love this glue press. You've probably seen me use it. And that link will be below also when I'm done. So here's the little percolator. And then, of course, this is the coffee in the pot. So we're going to add a little glue to that. There's my coffee. Here's the top of my pot. Just add a little bit of glue on there to hold that in place. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to actually pop that up on dimensionals. Good morning, Dee. Okay, I'm going to put that up a little higher. Of course, this these dies, this die and this one is from the Everyday Details, which I just absolutely love. I'm going to bring in, let's see, where's my, I want a darker color here. I think I'm going to use my early espresso, so let me grab that. I was using that on the other table, but I like that because espresso, coffee, right? You got your glue press this week. Isn't it fabulous? Okay, and I just have to move my seat. I'm still not used to sitting and stamping, but these old bones need to do that. Okay, so I am going to stamp. Hello there, let's catch up. I'm going to take that ribbon that goes with it, and I don't want the whole thing because it is bulky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of paper snips. You love it. And I'm just going to cut that. And you see how easy it cuts? So I just want part of that. Now I have 2 pieces, which is great. I'm going to just fold that over. I'm going to add that right here. So what I'm going to do is add a little stamp and seal just to hold it in place. And then again, I'm going to take 2 dimensionals. And I'm going to add that right here. You know, actually, I think I'm going to take that dimensional off. Nah, I'll leave it on. It's already on there. Let's go this way. Let's do it a little different. Hello there. Let's catch up. So there's the first part of it. Then I'm going to open it up. I'm going to use that other piece, even though all the holes didn't come out. It's good. It's okay. And I'm going to add that right here. So when you close it, you don't see it. And again, this is when I don't poke these out and it gives it a more embossed look. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. A lot of times what I do, just to show you a little trick to get it even, I line it up like that and then I close it. Now I've got these cute little guys. So I am going to add that. Like that. And again, I'm going to, do you know when a demonstrator can purchase the glass pad? Okay, so the glass mat that I'm using right now, you can only get that when you join Stampin' Up! And my team, hopefully. After celebration, if there are any left, they have said that they will put them up for purchase, but they're not 100% sure yet because they have to wait and see how many are left. I hope that answers your question. Okay, we're going to put that swirl right there. I'm just going to move that over just a hair, maybe right there. Okay, so now you have this as the front. You open the next portion and you see those cute little guys. And then the next part is where we're going to add the sentiment. So let's grab that. And stamp that. You're the best part of my day. And again, I'm using early espresso, number one, because of the name, espresso and coffee. Okay. And we are going to glue that down on the inside. Now this one, you can kind of eyeball it right about there. And I can stamp something on there, but instead I think I want to put that coffee pot or coffee cup, but I don't want to see it when my card is closed, so I'm going to just put it up there. Good morning, Anne. I'm going to add this. I changed my mind. I'm going to add it right there. So here is the fun fold. Now I'm still going to decorate it so it would look like that, and you would open it like that. I'm going to grab some of these gems. And let's see, do I have my other? I have a couple of these so that I can leave different parts on there. But I don't have the other one, so I'll use this. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some of the lighter color for here. So there's nothing wrong with mixing and matching your gems also. Okay, so I'm going to put the light ones here. And then I'm going to add some of the darker ones. I'm going to add one here. And maybe one here. Whoop. Well, he came off, so let's get him back under there. There we go. All right, and then what I'm going to do on here is I'm actually going to grab another one. And I'll add that one right there. I use a lot of gems. I like using gems. You love it? Thank you. And I have one more fold for you. Okay, so we are going to grab, I think, well, let me grab a white envelope. Let's grab some designer series paper. I'm going to grab the coffee splats and we'll decorate the envelope. Did you see the cards on Facebook that I did with the new Magnolia Mood? Oh my God, it is great. So these are online exclusives for customers. They start March 5th. Also, this is what I'm using for my Fun Fold class in March. For the Fun Fold class, I do urge you to sign up early so that I can place all the orders on March 5th. And even though it says online exclusive, you can order that through me if you don't go online and order. And I'm going to put the coffee beans right there. Good morning, Cindy. So there I have a cute little fun fold. And of course, I got the coffee beans on that side. Now let me bring in the other one that I did. And it's the same designer series paper. I cut that a little bit different. You see, I have it a little bit smaller on the front, but go with the directions that I gave you, or you can trim that down if you want. And then this one opened up, and here I stamped and cut out the mugs and used my Calypso Coral blends for this one. And I used that little, this one's on me. You're the best part of my day. So there's my other one that I did. So you have the two different variations, and you can add a little sentiment in there. You're in South Dakota. You caught me live. Yeah, I'm not usually on Saturday mornings. Honestly, Saturday mornings, I'm usually prepping my Scrapbook Sunday 101. So there's the first fold. And again, sign up for my newsletter. This will all be on there later today. Okay, the second one I'm going to do. I got another one to show you. Sorry. So here's another one that I did using the same directions from this one and this one. But instead I use circles. Still shots will be on my blog and on Facebook later too. So this one I use the detailed circle dies. This one's on me. You can see I used the smaller one there. Thanks so much. So there's actually 3 that I did that way. All right, let's put those over here. Let's do the next one. The next one I've done before with, a couple of years ago. So this one we're going to use the circles. And you can see I've already got those cut out. Got a bunch of different things here. This one takes the same base, okay, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The Designer Series paper is 4 1/4 by 8, so it's smaller. And you can see, I know I hated to use up that paper, but I wanted this paper right here. So I think, let's see, do I want to? Yep, okay. So this one, you're going to score, only 2 scores on this one. Share my videos, please. It really does help me a lot to get new people watching my channel. So this is 1 3/4 by 4. So there's only 2 here, two score lines. It's the same idea. I'm actually going to change that. Score it at 2 inches and 4. Okay, sorry. Do 2 inches, not 1 3/4, because you don't want to see that piece right there. So you score it at 2 inches and 4 inches. And I'm not worried about that crease because you can't really see it. I'm going to turn this over. I love this suite. Thank you for sharing it, Cindy. I'm going to lay that right in the center here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the circles. Now, I'm going to use the splat this time. And that splat is going to go right here. I have a couple of mugs already cut out. Except for, well, let's just do a couple of mugs. I'm going to save those. So you can see how cute this is. Let me bring this in. This and my memento. Let's do this. Let's stamp 2 of those mugs. And let's do some coloring. So I want to brighten this up. So I'm going to use the Calypso Coral. And I'm going to use my blends. I'm going to start with my dark. I do use the dark first. I know a lot of people do it the other way. It really depends on how you want to do it. I'm just going to outline that in the dark. Calypso Coral. You can see I'm not being very neat. I'm going to go right in here and circle that. here. The thing I like about the blends is once you blend them up, you can go back in and add some more dark, or you can add some more light to it. And you can see I'm not being really straight. It's very forgiving. All right. I'm going to take my nubby end, or bullet end, and I'm just going to go in there and do this first. Blending that up. Blending that up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the painter side, and my Calypso Coral has seen better days. So you can see the tip of it is very white, which means it's running out of ink, but I can get more of it by doing this. I think I have a new one over there, and I'm going to switch to that. Okay, let's grab the newer one. There we go. I want to get all the ink out of that as I can. So even though this is kind of white and mushy, I could still get some color out of that. That's why I use that end first. And then I'm just going to go in here and blend that up. Now I want to get around the edges, so I'm going to take what I call the nubby end, do some more in there. Get all that white done. I'm going to bring back in, believe it or not, the darker one. I'm going to do a little more shading here, a little more shading here, and in the middle. So you can just keep layering that until you get it where you want it. And I wanted a little bit more shading. I also turn my brush so that I'm not using the same side all the time. One more piece here. Blend that up a little bit better. Okay. Let's move these out of the way and bring in my die cutting machine. And let's do these. So we're going to cut these out. I'm going to grab a Post-it note. And my mug. Go in here. And that one doesn't have any sticky on it. Let's grab one with some sticky. There we go. So I saw somebody posted that on Amazon they have Post-it note tape. So I'm definitely going to order that and try it. I'll let you know how that works. Okay. Thank you, Anne. Anne says, I gave great coloring tips. Well, you know, the thing is, I like to use as much as I can, and I don't throw the blends out. And a lot of times, here's another tip. When your painter side is really no good anymore, the nubby end or bullet end still usually has a lot of ink left in it, so don't throw it out. Keep on using it till you get that last drop out. Okay. Move this out of the way. And I'm going to bring my card back in here. And then we have, let's see, this little guy right here. Let me show you. That's supposed to be the inside of the coffee, as far as I can tell. So I'm just going to add that. Now watch what I do. I'm going to add that right there. And you can see it doesn't really cover the whole thing, but that's okay. Because then what we're going to do is we are going to go back in with the Calypso Coral and just color that in. And it looks like the inside of your mug. Okay, just because we don't want any white showing. There's the inside of your coffee. I'm going to add these to the front like this. And yes, I'm going to use dimensionals, but I'm going to use this little bit of ribbon thing, I think, first. I think this will work. Let's see. Just to give it a little bit of ribbon there. Yep. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do is put some Stampin' Seal there. Good morning, Janice. I'm going to add that right there. Flip those over. Add some dimensionals. After this, I'll be prepping my Scrapbook Sunday 101, and it is actually going to be the last part of my cross-country trip, so I hope you can tune in for that tomorrow. Okay, so now I have the 2 mugs on there. I'm going to grab the sentiment that says, this one's on me, and just a strip of paper. I have a bunch of little strips here. When I cut my cardstock down, I save all my little strips. I'm going to grab the Early Espresso. This one's on me. I'm just going to take that little piece right there. This I'm going to lay flat because I've already got those popped up. This one's on me. Then you're going to open it up, and on here I will have the larger circle. Let's get the rest of those popped out here. Let me bring in my brush. So I have the new brush and the old one. So this is our wire brush. Now the new one screws onto your take your pick tool. I have several of the old ones, so we're just going to use that right now. I'm just going to go around it and get those out. Look how easy they come out. Rather than poking them all out, right? Okay. This is going to go right behind that, just like that. But first I'm going to stamp it. This says, this one's on me. Let's do thanks so much. Grab those little, I'm going to grab the little cup here, or the little spoon there instead. And that's going to layer right on to here. And you still have a place to sign it. Again, lining it up. So you don't see it. I have one of these cut out, so I could use it, but maybe I'll hold it off and do a card on the fly. What do you think? Should I do a card on the fly? Hi, Diane. Okay. Now let's let's do this. Let's grab this little piece here. Maybe that'll be easier. I don't like using that one though, but we'll use it. I'm going to grab some of these darker gems. I know some people use that for the gems. I like to use the putty side, but since I don't have my other one here, we'll go with this. Maybe that right there. Let's see what else I got here. Whoop. Let's see if this Winkostella. How about some Winkostella? Should have put the Winkostella on first, right? But since it was an afterthought, but I can still do it. I'm going to add some Winkostella here. There we go. And there I have another fold. Fun fold. You want to see another card? Okay. All right, so let me grab that splatter paper again. There's the card. I have another one to show you, but let's cut this off. Let's do the envelope. Again, the dimensions will be on my newsletter later today with a downloadable PDF. So you still have time to get that. All you got to do is when I'm done, click on my link below that says newsletter, and I'll be updating that later this afternoon and sending it out. So you will have the PDF tutorial and you can watch the video again. Okay, so there is my matching card. Let's use this one. I'm going to use this right here. And there is my second fun fold. Let's take a look at the other one that I did. Again, I'm using the detailed everyday details. Here's the one with the rectangles. And that one opened up like that. Love, 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 love this suite. What do you think? You want to see one more? Okay, let's do another card. This is just going to be a on the fly here. So let's see what I got. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. Okay, let's try pecan pie. Haven't tried that color with it. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see. I'm going to cut this in half. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram also. And I'm on TikTok. Okay, we are going to go with that. There's my card base. Let's bring in some paper here. Designer Series paper. Let's see which one we want to use. So I have a lot of these strips left over. I think I'm going to use some of those. I like that one. And we have the plaid. Okay, so here is this one. Let's see. Let's take this one out. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I got some strips here. Let's use up those. All right, so I'm going to grab a piece of white so I have a backing to it. I'm going to add that right on there. Not even measuring it. I'm just going to glue this. Yeah, I know I can cut those out, but I want that. I like that pattern, so I'm just going to go right on top of here. It's like this. Gives me a base. And let's see. How about... Let's see what's on the other side of these. Oh, yeah. Okay, that one. All right, because I want to use my scraps, like I said. So we have this piece. I'm going to do the same thing here. Oh, yeah, this is right up my alley. You got that right. Okay, I'm going to nudge that right up here. So you don't see that white. The white is just giving me some stability. I'm going to trim that off. I could play with this set all day. I really could. And then I'm just going to trim it this way. I probably will be playing with it since it'll be on this table until I clean it up. So now I have the two different Designer Series papers. And of course, this is the flip side of that. I'm actually going to add that right there. And we'll just take some Stamp and Seal. Should be the exact size for that. I've got some things already cut out, I think, here. Maybe not, but let's take this. Let's get those out of there. Okay, I'm going to do this. Let me take that out. I'm not sure which one I'm using. I have two here. I have the Calypso Coral and I have that one. Okay. I have a couple of mugs. Not sure what I'm doing, so I think I'm gonna use this one maybe. Yeah, I think I'll use that one. Let me take those mugs and cut some of these out, I think. So I have the LATTE, and I want one of those, so I'm gonna grab that die. Grab that die. I'm going to cut some of these out. I want that blue one right there with the heart. Let's do that one. And let's just grab. So much you can do with this set. Let's grab that one. Cut that out. And let's see what other one I want to do. I think I want one of the mugs. So let me put my dies back before I lose them. Let's grab this paper. Got this nice little thing here. And I am going to grab the yellow one. I'm just going to fussy cut that one. When you fussy cut, it's easier to turn the paper rather than the scissors. So you see how I'm turning the paper? Just a little trick for you. Just going to cut that off. Now I have these two pieces, which can go like that. Let me grab that ribbon. I have one piece here. Now that's a wide piece, but I'm going to use it that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue this down. I'm going to take that. I'm actually going to do it like a ribbon banner so that I get the polka dots on each side. Put a lot on there, just like that. Then I have the mugs. Those will be on dimensionals. Are you loving this sweet yet? Okay, I'm going to add that one right here. This one right here. Bring in my card base. I'll lay that right on the top there. So you can see you can use your scraps and make gorgeous cards. So the pecan pie looks like coffee too. We're going to add that right there. Grab a piece of white. And let's see, I think I am going to do... I got another one of these little guys. I hate to cover that up. Right? I think I'll put it down there because I don't want to cover that up. I like these little coffee mugs. Okay, I'm going to... Hello there, let's catch up. I'm going to put it down here. Or up there. Oh, maybe I'll put it right there. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Thanks, Ann. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun to play like that. Sometimes it doesn't come out right, but you never know. Okay, hello there. Let's catch up. The inside is going to say, this one's on me. I am going to grab, let's see. Let's grab this. Let's try this. Okay. I'm going to do, I'm thinking here. Okay. I'm going to grab the coffee mug. I'm going to grab the center. Now this is dirty, so we want to clean this off. Okay. And let's see. I have petal pink here. Let's throw some petal pink in there. I can color that in if I want, but I'm not going to. I'm going to add that right inside there. Bring in some gems. Grab the dark ones so they show up a little better. Maybe one more at the top. I always like to put one here if I can. All right, that one's sticking on there. Let's use my scissors here. It's sticking to my finger. Let me add that one right there. And there we have the card on the fly. What do you think? Such an adorable set. Who doesn't like coffee or tea? Oh, I found another one here. I should add him, huh? Since I have him there. What do you think? Yep, I have one cut out. Might as well use it. We'll use this one. I don't want to cover up the banner ribbon, so we'll do it right here. There. Ta-da! Okay, let's grab an envelope. I like to do my envelopes while I'm doing my cards, so I don't forget them. Let's see. Do I have another white one? Yes, I do, right here. All right. And again, I have some strips left over. They're not quite wide enough, but you can still use it. Put it on the lip here, okay? So this is what we're going to do with this one. I'm going to start with this. Put the coffee beans there. Now I still have another strip of white here, so let's see what we got left here. Got this. Oh, here's a thinner one. Let's use this one. I'm going to go ahead and see if any of these are long enough to use. Nah, they're not. All right, so let's bring in this one. I don't know about you, but I hate having all these little pieces left over. So I'm going to cut this down to 1 inch. Okay. And then I'm going to just layer that right on top. So I'm going to have a two-tone. Envelope. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I like that. Let's trim that off. I still have another thing I'm going to do to that envelope, I think. Let's just trim that off. You love it? Thank you. Okay. So now I have this, but I still have this strip here. I'm thinking, will it fit? Oh, if it's just a little bit off, but that's okay. I'm going to take this. I've never done this before. I've never put more than one piece of designer series paper on an envelope. I'm just going to see if I can get that all the way over. And then just trim that off. Whoop. Trim that edge off. Now look at my envelope. It kind of matches my card. What do you think? I'm loving that. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to grab some of those little coffee beans. And I'll do that on the front. I think this is enough on here. So there is my card on the fly. Let's bring in the other cards. So this was the fun fold. One of the fun folds. And here's the other one. Can you pick out a favorite? Are you going to be casing these? I hope so. Are you going to be having fun with this set? I hope so. Here's the other one. I will have still shots, like I said. If you didn't get this set yet, if you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order it now. If you are a customer of mine, you can get that March 5th. Also, this is what we'll be using for the online Fun Fold class. And oh, by the way, my team members get my monthly Fun Fold class, the video tutorial, and the PDF for free. So if you join my team, you do get that as part of the perks for being on my team. Just saying. And then, of course, here's the ones that I had on Facebook. Oh, my camera, this is falling down. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. I'll just swing it over here for now. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you Sunday for Scrapbook Sunday 101 and next Friday for another Fun Fold Friday, barring any problems, okay? Thank you all so much. Hi, Arlene, Kathy, Lisa. Thank you for watching. And have a great weekend, everybody. Keep on stamping.